Hey guys, it's me again. I just want to talk about this last thing. It's getting a bit late, and I got a bit of a headache. So, moving on. So, peer pressure. I'm just kind of going right into this with no script or nothing. But, man, just thinking about all the peer pressure growing up, over time, and just how how ridiculous it was. I mean, just all the things I used to worry so damn much about. Just all the damn things I used to worry about. And then, of course, when I grew up, as I am now, I've learned to not worry about life so damn much. I mean, life seriously is just too damn short to be worrying about so damn much. It seriously is. And all of the fucking peer pressure bullshit that you see in high school, and sometimes people seem to not they just seem to not ever get over it, even as an adult. I mean, I've seen grown-ups, they just talk about the peer pressure shit, you know, when they're like fucking 40, 50 plus. And sometimes they will even still think the same things as when they were in high school and when they were still a teenager. I mean, it's just ridiculous. That some people, they just never get over it. And, because some people, when they learn something, they stick to it. And when they get out of high school, they think that they know everything that they need to know, that they don't have to learn anything else. Well, the thing is, I'm kind of a more long-time thinker. I'm not really the kind of person that thinks for the moments or only thinks for, the moments. Anyway. But yeah, just, think of all the things that you're pressured about, growing up, even if you're a teenager watching this. I mean, definitely with sex, I mean, like I've talked about on my channel. And, some of the sillier things, like, if you do, oh, I couldn't get a girl, so I got a love doll, or, oh, I couldn't get a girl, so I got a flashlight. I mean, just about everybody and their mother has a fucking sex toy of some kind nowadays. And I mean that by quite literally everybody and their mother. But I mean, even my own mother has actually come up to me and asked me questions about getting a love doll, to be frank, since I'm actually so knowledgeable on it, actually. Even she has actually come up to me for knowledge on this stuff, actually. Isn't that funny, or what? But moving on. And so I have a couple of other people in my family, which I won't say more. Anyway. I'm probably embarrassing my mother right now, but anyway. So, and also just, yeah, not just only peer pressure with men, but also just peer pressure with women. How I always thought it was so silly how, how they just can't seem to have fun in the same sense that we can. I mean, it's not like they can't, but, just not without consequence and ridicule sometimes, it seems. I mean, just the things that I used to hear women talk about back when I used to be in that school full of women I used to be in. Just the dirty, slutty shit that I used to hear just because they thought that there weren't any men around. When there's like me, Chris, Aaron, and Jake, and now it's about all the guys there were in that school, and the rest were just women. And yeah, man, just hearing all of the shit that they used to talk about, it just baffles me to this day. I mean, I remember this one girl, she was like, I don't know what, 13 years old. And I could tell it was her that was talking. I could tell it was her talking when I was in the other room when the other guys were sleeping. And I heard her talk about how fun it was to take a shower and have sex at the same time and all that. And it's like, shit, man, this is like a fucking 13-year-old girl talking about sex in a shower. I mean, Jesus. But then, like, when they're out in the open, they're out at school and everything, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about anything. They don't talk about it around you, nothing, hardly. Except there was this one time, actually, there was this one chick actually talking about sex with another woman actually right next to me who was friends with her, but that was about it. And that was quite a conversation that I heard as well. I won't spill the beans on that one, though. But, I mean, just, yeah, so much pressure with fucking sex. I mean, or just, just the way that women are pressured to be skinny. For example, I've talked to plenty of women about this. I've literally have just told them up front. I've told them that everybody kind of has their little preference. Some might like them a little skinnier, some might not. Some actually like them a bit chubbier, the chubby chasers and everything. But, I've just told them, if you are seriously like at kind of an average weight, a more healthy weight where you aren't so damn skinny, or if you aren't so damn fat, if you're right in the middle of that and you have kind of the natural female curve and everything, that's actually what men typically prefer, actually, is somebody that's in the middle of skinny and fat. And no offense, but a lot of women tend to look better that way, for the most part. And I've straight up told them this. I mean, a few of them have of course, not believed me because of what society and the pressure has taught them, but I literally tell them up front that peer pressure about being skinny or too fat is just a bunch of bull. But not only just things like that, but just like, how about just being different from somebody else? How about just the pressure from just being different from somebody else? I mean, this is also another, I would say for the most part, a high school thing, but I've even seen this, like, as I've grown up, as I've gone older, I've even seen sometimes this kind of peer pressure as I get older, even in certain workplaces. And I just think it's fucking childish. It's like, it's just, life is just a fucking game to some of these people in these workplaces. I'm a bit more of a survivalist because I've actually had to be a bit more of a survivalist, but I don't think that some people have ever really had to adjust to anything in their lives. And so they just play life like it's a game. And if you aren't like them, they aren't going to like you. And they're going to try and shame you for anything that's different from them. Even as adults. I mean, adults, I just think it's so silly how even adults act like this. They don't learn. It's like they, just as a person, it's like, they just haven't progressed as a person, it seems. You know what I mean? And it's just so weird how, human beings are just like that. They just sometimes don't progress. It could be something like, oh, because of the drugs that they've taken, it's gone away with their developments. Or, it could be just something else, like just peer pressure. Like I said, sometimes people they just never get over it. They never grow up, nothing. And they just act like kids. But, there's more than one way to be successful. Being successful in a workplace is a good thing. It's something for you to be proud of, pat yourself on the back, But one thing that I've definitely noticed is that they aren't focused on the progress of almost anything else. People, and I do hate to say this, but people aren't taught to grow up like they used to be. And when you're in an old-fashioned area or more traditional area, that's kind of one of the few things that I've seen over a newer lifestyle, is that people aren't really being taught to grow up like they used to be. And it's not like I won't hear this comment like, you don't actually like your age or something, or you act like a 14-year-old. Sometimes I'll still see comments like that from other adults. But, for the most part, like, what I see sometimes is just fucking childish, in my opinion. And the way that sometimes these people run their businesses and everything, I just don't agree with sometimes. I just don't agree with it at all. But, of course, with that being said, I guess I'll just end this video. But, that's just life sometimes, it seems. There's always going to be grown-ups that are going to act like a child. Be still going through peer pressure that they haven't gone over since high school. So, with that being said, I'll end this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.